Hi, welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about the season finale of Star Trek Picard, which aired this Thursday in Canada. I watched it only on Saturday, and I'm going to go, it's a mixed bag for me, but what I enjoyed, I truly enjoyed, and what I didn't like, I didn't really like. But I'm going to say, as a whole, this was great. It had more of that next generation feel than Star Trek Picard season 1 and 2. I'm glad it kind of leaned more towards the next generation feel. I'm glad they stepped away from it. For me, Picard, especially season 2, didn't work for me. Didn't like it too much. So I'm glad they went next generation style. So good with that. Having everybody back, fantastic. Love it. That everybody came back. They had a few the tips of the hat. They had Ro come back. Everything. I enjoyed that. Even Data coming back the way he did was even interesting. I enjoyed that as well. I didn't like some of the ending, but I liked other parts. So let's get to what I didn't like, and I'll go back to what I liked. Okay, that Jean-Luc. So we all know that then Jack becomes the new voice of the Borg and is telling the Borg and instructing them how to to destroy the world, basically, right? To destroy the Federation, and so the Borg can thrive. Picard goes into the cube that they find that's sending out the signal where Jack is plugged in. And Picard plugs himself into the collective and has a heart-to-heart talk with Jack, which is great. I love the heart-to-heart talk, but that he finally gives Jack basically his approval and unconditional love, and that he's going to stay with him there, and that's what he wants to do. That's how he rescues him. That kind of was not logical for me. I'm gonna say in Star Trek terms, I didn't like that portion. I didn't like as well that the Borg cube, that this big cube that is, it's part of the master plan, that the Enterprise just can get in. They invited them in basically, and that they're flying through into the Borg, trying to hit something in the middle of the Borg, the transmitter. Very eerily reminds me of Return of the Jedi with the Millennium Falcon going through. Didn't like that. But everything else, like the ending kind of ended, like, and there was still like 10 minutes left of the show, and they're just doing things with the characters. And the card game, them at the bar, put a smile on my face. And I just had a big grin from ear to ear just with that. If you would have told me the series will end again with a card game, I'm good as gold. But it didn't. So it's a mixed bag. Most part, I'm going to say out of the 10 episodes, I enjoyed 8, which is not bad compared to season 1 and 2 of Picard, which I may enjoyed maybe 3 of each. So huge improvement in quality. Yes, they gave a lot of, throwbacks to the original series and even the original movies, even the way the music is done. And I'm okay with that. It was great to have these little Easter eggs. To have Ro come back was fantastic. What they did with her was great. Like I said, having Data back and he looks the way he does, I'm okay with it. It's like I said, Picard, how he saved his son, didn't work for me, and that's okay because the little bows they put, the little touches at the end with these characters, still I had a grin on my face because of that, and that's enough for me for this series to be a success. It put a smile on my face, and that's all that matters. I was a happy kid again, like when I watched the original Next Generation, and I had a grin on my face. So that worked. Great post credit scenes. If you have not seen this, I'm not saying anything, but you need to stay to the end. Great, great, great post credit scene. So overall, I enjoyed this series. You know what? If they would do another episode or two of where these guys are going to go off to later, that would be amazing. That would be great. What's Worf going to do? What's Geordi going to? What's Data going to do? Love to see what that would have been a great little, like they announced. There's going to be 2, 3 more episodes, and we'll tell you what's happening with these people. That would be great. I would love to see that. If it's this good, why not? So all in all, great improvement. Like I said, it was the ninth episode that kind of little downward spiral for me, but that's okay. It can't be perfect. I think the expectations just got so big with all of them back that, yeah, having them all back, I think was the biggest thing. I think that was set up so much hype with that. And again, I think I mentioned in the last review that it's the Borg again. As I know, the Borg is the greatest enemy of the next generation and of Starfleet. But you did these little curveballs, with Ro coming and all, and you had the changelings, and I was hoping for something else. As much as I love the Borg, as much as the next guy, but you've done this 400 times already. Like, it would have been nice, a new villain that would make a little bit, because they're going to beat the Borg. They've done it before. So I mean, no matter how bad or dire the situation, they're going to beat it. We expect them to. It would have been, you would have went like, is somebody not going to make this one? That would have been a great one. Like, that would have been great. But still, I enjoyed it. Vast improvement from the last two seasons of Picard. I'm glad they went more with a next generation feel. And that's my take on it. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think. Did you like this series? Was it better than Picard? I thought it was. What did you think? Did they drop the ball again? They did, slightly, but the little bows at the end of the series put a smile on my face, and I think that's all I needed. Let me know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Hit that like button and subscribe. We definitely would love to hear from you. This is Steven from the Aroundtable, wishing you to live long and prosper.